Working well today, huh? Well, happy Tuesday. We'll go ahead and get started with some updates. Thanks, Betsy. Go ahead and get started with some updates for today. Very busy day, as you may or may not have seen. I'm going to complete our Tuesday Talk updates, and then I've got to get back to the north because our furniture is here today. There's over 200 pieces being loaded in. So we'll go over some updates, and then I'll get back over there. Just a shout out to Miss Bobby again for helping. She's a good captain, directing them on where everything goes, because again, there's over 200 pieces of furniture that they'll get brought in today. So I know there's a couple of resident announcements. I know Miss Bobby had one, Miss Candy, any other announcements, and Chris. Okay, so we'll get started with those and then go into some updates.
Candy Muller here. I am chair of the dining committee, and I really just wanted to thank you all for participating in our, let's see, how do I say this, country club brunch buffet on Sunday. We got very good feedback, and we really need to thank Ricky and Johnny and Tony and all the other staff that really helped and came in at 3 in the morning to get everything ready. So thank you so much, and I think we'll do it again because it seemed to be really a success. And if you have anything to tell me, positive or negative, we'd like to hear that because we thought it was great, and if there are some things we should change, we certainly will. But thank you again, and I thank my mother for the gift of gab, and thank you all. And here's Ms. Collins.
I just have a quick
Thank
question.
you, Candy.
Were the servers happy with it?
Very. The
Good.
staff was happy, yes.
They enjoyed it, absolutely. Lots of photos, they really enjoyed it.
They did, and we have a Japanese gentleman whose wife, Pavlova, I believe her name is one of our salad bar ladies, and he is very experienced in Japanese cooking, and he came in and is going to continue to come in to roll the fresh sushi on Sunday mornings for our buffet. And I don't know about all of you, but I had one of each of the 5 and thoroughly enjoyed them all. I could have made a meal on sushi. It was so good. So anyway, we appreciate him coming every week.
We're going to have a Japanese special dinner.
Yes, one of our special dinners will be a Japanese dinner, which he will be helping with as well. Anyway, I did want to reiterate what Candy said, and the buffet will not be on Sunday because it's Easter Sunday. We will have a normal sit-down, regular Easter Sunday dinner. But then the following Sunday, we will go back to the buffet like it was last week, which everybody seemed to thoroughly enjoy. And I mean, I can't really thank our dining team enough. I think they do so much. They really kicked it up a notch all around every day, I think. The soups and everything have just been wonderful. So anyway, there have been a lot of other changes in the wine club. I hope you'll all give it a chance and try it under its new format. And I think the beer club's going to stay the same. No changes there. Trying to think of the other changes that he mentioned. But anyway, those guys do a really good job, so please support them and be positive. Keep an open mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Bobby. I actually sat down with the team just to kind of speak to that last week in what we call analytics. It's a weekly meeting that I do with the directors, and the topic has been resident survey, right? So we just kind of did a pulse on the action plans that they created based on your feedback. So a lot of these changes, they're not just shooting in the dark. They're directly from the resident survey, the verbatim comments, the ratings, the scoring on some of the things. So please do keep that in mind, and I will be presenting that data closer to the time that we have a date for the survey, so we can kind of show you what your feedback was and what we've done about it. Bullet point, tangible items of feedback. So that's kind of the point, right? You give us your feedback and we address it. So a lot of these changes, they're not just, deciding to do it. It is directly related to the survey and the feedback. So we just want to make sure that's clear. Any other announcements, Chris? Betsy's got you.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, hello. A few weeks ago, Mickey Kupnick talked about a support group for people with Parkinson's. And he did get some interest, but the unfortunate thing is we didn't take names and numbers. So, with the help of Ginger, we're going to put a sign-up sheet in both lobbies. And, excuse me, and that way we'll be able to get names, numbers, email addresses, that type of thing. And if you're shy or you don't want anything publicized to it, so you can look at the sign-up sheet, the information for myself and Mickey will be on the form, and you can drop us a note in our mailbox, email, phone us, whatever. So that'll be coming out soon. Now, that's not just for patients, spouses, relatives, anybody who wants to find out about Parkinson's and support someone. And we're about to have a chapter here, and then Dunedin has a group one every third Monday. And so we may be going to that too.
Thank you, Chris. Any other resident updates, announcements? All right, well, we'll get started with leadership updates. So just a little reminder, IHS says spring is in the air. They can help you with all those dust bunnies and getting your apartment fresh and clean for the spring, especially as soon as all this pollen goes away. They can help with dusting, ironing, cleaning out your closets, and all of those hard-to-reach areas. So just our weekly reminder to reach out to them at 502 or 503 for Christine or Maddie. And also a reminder to check your mailbox for the March puzzle. You will get free service hours. Environmental service, Evan just wanted to remind you the window washing project is scheduled for April 8th, and it will begin in the south and then of course move into the north. They will clean the exterior windows in bedroom and living room. And Evan says next week they're going to be removing window screens on the day of your normal housekeeping service. If any questions you might have about that, we can contact Evan as well. But we do have that date for April 8th. Just a little bit of a reminder, this has come up to Betsy frequently, most recently, that residents have complained that when residents are using the laundry room to just clean that lint trap, so please to make sure to empty that before walking away, and we'll make sure that we put those on additional rounds to keep an eye on those as well. But please just do be courteous and get those cleaned, and we will add that to our areas as well. Yes, ma'am.
This is just a quickie little thing, but those lint traps need to be washed every once in a while because of all the lint or the softeners we use. Plug them up.
Sure. Okay. Absolutely. I'll check with Darwin to see where that's at on the schedule. Just as far as COVID, we do not have any cases that I am currently aware of. I think as it continues to warm up, we will stay at those numbers. So hopefully once this cold weather goes away, all of those respiratory, flu, and all of those illnesses subside, and we'll have a beautiful spring and very hot summer. So updates from Kelly in Resident Services. I know we talked a little bit about your favorite rugs inside your apartments. So we are doing a fall prevention education actually today after Tuesday Talk. And the Fall Prevention Clinic is going to be held on Wednesday, April 24th from 1 to 3 in the town hall. That will have our physical therapists, so our entire therapy team, IHS, Grace Family Home Health, and durable medical equipment inspection and assistance if repairs or upgrades are needed. So today is an educational, and the clinic will be in April. Social club, not much has changed since the last time we discussed this. We had our call a couple of weeks ago, and I know that Betsy has been getting all of the forms and uploading those according to our policies. So if you have not gotten this form, please let us know. There should be some extras at the front desk, and we will be keeping them in food and beverage dining rooms. Please do complete it and turn that into the front desk. We still don't have a date but we will communicate as soon as we do. Right now, we are still just compiling and getting all of the forms in per the process of the social club. Just another reminder, probably can't have this reminder enough, but please, please, please wear your pendants. I will say this every week. We do daily check-ins. We just want to make sure that first line of defense is your pendant. Please, please, please do wear those for your safety. A little bit of updates from Ginger as far as activities. Wednesday, tomorrow, March 27th, the Tampa Bay Downs at 11 a.m. will pick up at the North and South buildings. Thursday, the 28th, is the Pilgrimage Healing with Ann at 11:30 in the Activity Room South. Friday, March 29th, Vocal Cords, 1 p.m. Town Hall. And as always, check your trip tables. And we actually do have a kind of a corporate initiative that we're rolling out that is basically Step Up for Parkinson's, and we have a sign-up sheet for that Parkinson awareness, which the event is on April 11th, and it is an all-day from about 7:30 to 4, and this allows you to pick 15-minute slots and join us for that. So lots more information coming. It is a kind of a portfolio-wide initiative or company-wide initiative to pump up for Parkinson's. So we'll have more information out there. Just wanted to make sure that we start and bring the awareness. So a little bit of updates from plant operations. They had a really, really, really busy week last week, and it is spilling over into this week. So they had 122 work orders that were completed. 41 are still currently open. We did pressure wash the breezeways. We did pressure wash our healthcare center. We did have the water shut off in the south, the water shut off in the north, and we had water shut off in healthcare. They did do some preventative painting, painting the walls and the doors of the healthcare center corridors, and we will continue working on some of those rooms in healthcare center that need to be significantly updated. They were working in the south building on boiler repairs, and the generator company did come out to repair a transfer switch. So with that being said, the work that occurred last week was quite extensive. It is a 6-inch pipe in diameter that they were trying to repair. Needed welding, blowtorch, gas. We didn't want to set off the fire alarms. And then if the water was off too long, then the boilers would have emptied, therefore shutting off your ACs. So that did not happen because of the way we managed the project, but it did take much longer than they had anticipated. They were not able to finish, so we will have another shut off tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. and that is overnight for the north building. We do not anticipate it to move into the next day like it did last time. However, we will communicate as we can, as we did last time. We do not have an estimated time frame. Again, it is significant work, but once we're done, we should not have to be concerned with it moving forward, but we do have to complete the work one more time, starting tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. overnight.
And they were here all night.
They were here all night. Darwin, yes, we all know, I think, that he lives in Orlando. He wakes up every morning at 4 and drives here, so he was up from 4 a.m. until the following day, till about noon, to oversee the project. We have, of course, blow torches, right? not a good thing. And significant water shut off for a long amount of time. We wanted to make sure we refilled the boilers with water, therefore it didn't trip all of the AC systems. So obviously that would have been additional interference, and we didn't want that to be the case. So he was here with the company overnight, and hopefully tomorrow we get it all resolved. So apologize for all of the inconvenience. I know it's not fun, but we were more than diligently working on getting it rectified appropriately. So a little bit of updates from food and beverage. They've got nothing going on. They just decided to take off on vacation. But we've got gourmet this Wednesday. We've got the food and wine pairing, March 28th, Thursday. Bella Row Pizza on Fridays for the 5th and the 19th. Pasta night Wednesday, 17th. Breezeway dinner is Friday the 12th and 26th. And I know how much everyone enjoyed the very first theme dinner. The next one will be Japanese, and that's April 23rd. Passover Seder is the 25th for those residents invited. And then the new gourmet cycle starts April 10th. Menu to shortly come. Sure that the dining committee and our new executive chef are working on that menu. So you'll see that menu cycle change on April 10th. And then, as Ms. Bobby mentioned, the Sunday is holiday hours for Easter. We'll resume the brunch after Easter.
The wine pairing was last night.
Okay.
It wasn't, not next week.
Not Thursday.
Wine pairing is, he says that he is doing a wine pairing on March 28th.
It was last night.
Ah, okay. Maybe he's doing another one and you don't know about it. It was a surprise wine pairing. Thank you. So this Easter, for a brunch update, Easter Sunday, that is, of course, this Sunday, the dining hours are as followed. Takeout, 11 a.m. to 11:30. Both north and south dining rooms will be open. Reservations available from 11:45 to 1:15. The pub will be closed. And just a reminder that this is a nice elevated meal, so the guest meals is at the 40. I don't know what that picture is, but Ricky chose it. It's, I don't know if that's bacon for the ears and meatloaf for the face, but I looked closer at it and was like, all right, Ricky, we'll roll with it. It's cute. But some great photos from the theme night from RO de Brazil. I was getting text messages up until 10:30 that evening about it. It was a great event. The staff really enjoyed it. Ricky really enjoyed it. And now we know that Wanda has a new talent we'll be hiring for more frequently. So just lots of great photos. If you see Ferdy there with a big old stick of chicken. And then, of course, just all of the lovely pictures from the residents. So, like I said, I got lots of feedback on that. It seemed like it was a great event that they enjoyed, and we will continue trying to build on our program. So, just a little bit of update from sales. We are projecting to finish Q1 at 16 closes on a budget of 14. So this last week is a very busy week with getting closings and financial qualifications. Promissory notes, that whole process that some of you probably been through. So it's a very busy week of the quarter. So a catered move, March 26th, is a lunch that they are doing from 11 to 1. And again, they'll be providing the lunch. And then Erin has an ambassador training workshop on March 27th. So she's looking forward to that. So annual shredding, Betsy wanted to let you know it is scheduled for mid-April. It is scheduled around your tax filing. So in with the new and out with the old, you can start your spring document purging. So right around mid-April is when we will have the annual shredding. And just a little bit of updates from me. As I mentioned last week, I had lots of visitors for the first half of the week. So just a little bit of updates to make sure we didn't forget. We are still working on the signage design for the community directionals and for a large signage over Town Hall. He sent over some information on that, and we're just continuing to work with him, Darwin and I, on that process and getting those drafts out so we can get those signs ordered. We are still working through the pendant and call light project. We are required to get additional bids from competitors to ensure we have the most appropriate pricing. So we're waiting on one last bid and we should be able to move forward. As I mentioned, the water is going to be shut off again tomorrow. We will give you a time frame. We will communicate accordingly. We do have corporate visitors again today. They love us so much. For food and beverage, just to follow up on the scheduling pilot program that we started, the flex scheduling. And there was a peak initiative project that they have implemented for their communities. It is the Smart Rain, and this basically is a censored system for the watering and the the irrigation of the just the grounds in general. So ultimately, it's supposed to help us save on cost and water conservation. I don't know how much more about it except for that. I have more information coming and a call coming, but that is something that we will be doing to help us conserve water. From my understanding, it is a system that will be in the ground, and it helps to, has a sensor if it's rained, if it's too water, if it's too dry, it can help us manage that. So 2024, technology is amazing, and so we're going to be using technology for that. Don't know a whole bunch more. I will communicate as I do. So can't answer a lot of questions about that one, but it is something that Health Peak wanted all of us to be initiating in the communities. So more to come on that. We did, I know I mentioned not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before that, some residents had mentioned about the employee of the month. So we did get those photos at the front, just to make sure that that is a little bit more visible from the service areas. We have them up front as well. So usually try to address things you bring to our attention, especially those kind of things, right? Simple fix. So we made sure that we got those up. We are still working on the warranty walk items. You'll probably see tape and different markers throughout this area, especially on the wallpaper. So please don't touch that. Leave everything there. That is for the various technicians that will be coming on site to address those areas. As I mentioned, the social club, that's just still in progress. No new updates thus far. We are still completing the annual wages. Those will all be processed this month and going forward, of course. And as I mentioned, the North Lobby furniture is arriving today. The staging furniture left yesterday, so we're just trying to get it all in now. We'll figure out where it all goes. Last Monday, we were supposed to have the lenders were supposed to visit, so we had half of our Health Peak team, some of our LCS team, and no lender. So he has reached back out and he will be here Thursday. So it will just be him visiting since he missed his initial appointment, but we will have a lender visit on Thursday so they can do what they were supposed to do on Monday, which is take a look at where we are with the project in the north renovation and the fire claim. Then other than that, I just want to be very clear that we are having some issues with residents taking things or removing things that either belong to the community or belong to other residents. This is a violation of your contract, and if you are caught taking other residents' belongings, we will have a very serious discussion about residency here. We have residents that are missing things from outside their doors that have been taken off walls, and we just cannot have that. So we have had the conversation with our team, and we have made sure that that's been addressed with employees, but as residents as well. I know of occasions where residents have been seen taking items that are not theirs. Stop it. Don't do it. It's not yours. And it's very upsetting to those residents because sometimes it's very important sentimental items. It's not just a painting that you see, it's a painting that's important to them. So do not touch someone's stuff if it's not yours. We have cameras all over the community and we just cannot have this. So please, please, please stop it. Please, if you see anyone, please let me know so I can address it. Okay, just need to get on my soapbox about that. Okay, so a little bit more. The talent show and carnival is on 4/4 from 4 to 6, and there will be carnival games, food, and caricature. Never said that word. Caricature artists. So, like I said, the staff is working on a little number for you, and we're excited to see what the residents that are participating have as well. So, it should be lots of fun. Okay. So that concludes my follow-ups or updates. Again, sorry for having to cancel Tuesday Talk last week due to our visitors, but at this time I'll take some questions and then head over to the north building to figure out where we're putting all this stuff. So yes, ma'am.
Lindsay, I don't know if there's anything posted what to do when the fire alarm comes on, because some of the new residents don't know what to do. In fact, one couple went down 5 flights because they thought they had to get out.
Oh dear, okay. So what should be occurring is we do an orientation where we would review that type of information with our associates and with residents, but I will follow up on that.
Is that in our manuals?
Next question?
Hi, Lindsay, it's
Oh,
me.
yes, hi.
Hi, I'm just wondering whether any of this boiler work in the south building would improve our access to hot water. Because it is,
I don't know the answer to that. I do not believe so, but I can most certainly ask.
I feel, we're talking about conservation of water, and I have to turn on my shower for like 5 minutes.
Sure. I don't believe it will address that issue. The main issue was a leaking pipe, but I can ask.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Do we have a schedule for the paving of the boulevard around the campus?
Not yet, no sir. No, Darwin will communicate that with the Building and Grounds Committee. I don't have a date thus far. Yes, Miss Judy. Oh, sorry. Yep, go ahead. We'll work our way over.
Just a quick question. If you do not drink alcohol, can you still go to things if you don't fill that form out?
So yes, and our system would show that you do not have that form. We still do encourage you to fill it out. That way if you have guests, they are able to partake.
The information on April the 4th says food, since it's from 4 to 6, if we're here, we can't go to the dining room. Is it gonna be adequate for dinner?
To my understanding, yes. I know, Margaret, you spoke with Dawn yesterday. Did she expand on that?
Corn dogs, slider, chicken slider, and then I forget.
So depending on how heavy your appetite is. If you're concerned and you don't feel that way, most certainly head to dinner. Otherwise, it does sound like there will be very heavy appetizers. Any other questions? Yes, Miss Candy.
For those of us that have glass in the lanai, can we not, we have the bedroom in the living room, can we not get the lanai cleaned when they do the window cleaning?
No.
I mean,
So,
we
no.
have a half, I know.
Sure, yeah.
We can't pay to get that done.
I think that we can ask Evan, but I think that from my understanding, the project was bid out with it being in that way. So, yes, so obviously anything further creates additional expenses. So it is something that we can work with Evan about and get that scheduled.
I was just thinking that would be great, because a lot of us, it's really, doesn't look good to have those windows, but if we could add an addendum to it, or create our own, or if we could create our own group with this particular window washer, it'd be great to do it while he's out here.
So again, like I mentioned, the original bid price was bid on those windows, so it does not expand to the lanais, but the lanais can be cleaned internally by popping them out and pulling them down. So this time around, it does not include the lanais based on the proposal. Yes, Ms. Donna.
Is there a device for the pendant to be worn on one's wrist, and if so, can we get one?
Yes, so from my understanding with the pendants, there are 3. There is a belt clip, there is a lanyard, and there is a wrist.
the problem is the wrist one has been on back order. We're not able to get any more at this time. So if the desk does not have any right now, we're working to get some, but we don't know when.
Are you asking about the current or the future pendant?
Yes.
Current.
I don't know. So currently they're on back order. The future company that we are in talks with provide the 3 options of waistband or belt loop, wrist, and pendant. And the current ones are on back order. Does that answer your question? Did I explain that well? Any other questions? All right, well, have a happy Tuesday. Appreciate all of you for attending and participating in our updates.